because I have more than one thing to say, I left something out of a video. And I've drawn up 3 pieces of something else to do. There's just a whole bunch of... Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad. I have all this. I'm trying to put together the equation, but not even the equation, but just a series of numbers from very, very tiny. I haven't said a word yet, right? Anyways, just let's get on. I forgot to mention this. When I did the vowels earlier, okay, whatever words you can get from this, here we have an easy word of fox. I am higher than you. I am in the heaven because I can use the 1, the 8, and the 9. Here's the silent H. I didn't explain that in number 18 and in number 27, the 1 and the 2 are very specific in life. 1, you go to the bathroom, it's the yellow soul, it's the salt. 2, it represents the earth, the dryness, anyways. So your 1 and 2 is what creates 3. And in the wording in math, when we play games, who came first? ST. Who was last? ST. Who was second? ND. Who was third? RD. From 1 and 2 creates 3, 1 in between 2, and the house is the ox. This is what the numbers say. These are the vowels. I did this earlier. But what I didn't mention is the first one adds up to a 3. The second one, E, adds up to a 6. A and E, right? A and E, is it made from D, E? Is it a D and an A? 4 corners and 1 corner create the E. The ace is replicated in a cube. The ace is replicated in the cube here, as well as here. As if I get this right, it's here, all in the center, and telling you that, look, the D house, I am now the ox. The D house, the ox is in the D house, double D. 44, 1, 4, 4, 1. 1 for 1 is a very specific number, and I'm going to see if I wrote it down here. Maybe I'll get you into the next video. Just give me 1 second to go through my pages. Give me a second. I'm a little nervous, like I haven't done this before. 1, 4, 4, 1. Grover Cleveland on a pole. Sesame Street. Okay, I don't have to show you a picture to prove my point. What I'm getting is 1 for 1 is, there's 1 chip over here, it's 35 to 1. There are 4 chips that surround it that pay 17 to 1. And there are 4 chips that are in the corners that pay 8 to 1. 1 chip takes up 4 areas that pays 8 to 1. 4 and 8 come together, making it 1/2. 1 chip, right? Same kind of chip. Over here is 17 to 1, divided by 2 areas. 1 area equals 2. That's half. 4 areas with 1 chip. 1 and 4, 1 and 2, 1/2 and 1/4. And it happens 4 times. So these are equations that are happening in roulette. But what I wanted to talk about really was these vowels. 3, 6, 9, 9, 9. And this vowel here, here, and here will say love. It will say the moon. It will say the genitals of the male and the female, and a few other planets it will mention. And the word love will come. And this is just generated by the vowel of U and the vowel of O and the value of I and E and all the combinations that we use it together, the numeric location in the alphabet and their bipolarity. And we can break their bipolarity up depending on where you want to start your letters. What I mean is bipolarity is that the A is also valued as a Z in the reverse alphabet. So we say, well, the A will be 26. So A will also be 1 and it'll be 8. At the same time, when you put them together, 26 and 1, that creates your 27 reverse alphabet, which means you've counted every letter twice, right? You've counted every letter twice and get 27 in a 26-letter alphabet. Pretty weird, eh? When you sew things together. Sewing 2 pieces to get 1 piece. All right, that's pretty interesting. I forgot about that. That A equals to R in the reverse alphabet. 6 and 2, 8. You cannot make all 8s. You cannot make 1 and 7, 8 on a cube. It is the lowest and it is the highest duplicate value on a cube is 1. And the expression on a cube, the highest and the longest is 1, is 6 and 1. That's your 7. Although you have the 8 void over here is on your cube. So you have the lowest of the 1, the highest of the 8 void. Although it's opposite of the 6 of the 3 void. Do you think I make any of this up? That nothing that I do is true? Poof! Look at that. Made a simple equation. I created a word. I made an alphabet up. A, B, C. You ever hear of it? A, B, C, and a number system. 1, 2, 3. And look at that. System I made up. Put it on all the calculators in the world. Like everything I'm doing, yeah, I'm making it all up. I made up the calculator. Sure, you got a push button phone? I made it up. I did it. Are you telling me I didn't make everything in this world? So what if I didn't? And what if I'm just using what everybody else has created? Somebody else created that everybody is using. I'm using it too. I'm just telling you the story of it. Here's the story. We're going to leave some area space void so we can push down the buttons. For what reason is there an area space? So now we're going to move on to step number 2. I think we're going to jump right into the continuation of the, oh, I can't believe I just ripped out that roulette piece. So I'm going to continue on that roulette piece that was unfinished. Okay, I got a calculation, so I restarted the video. Check this out. We have 4 surrounding 1, and we have 4 which are on the cross of one area spot. So it's 35, and what gets connected to 35? 68 chips come back. And 32 chips is 100. And then 1 at the end over here, almost like looking like a key, equals to 111. And the average for roulette is 111. That is the average for roulette. 111, if that would be all zeros equals 66, the gateway, the BC house. 68, half of that was 34. 17. 17, gateway to heaven. 34 equals DC created from AM. 51, numeric value for Mars. 68, the numeric value for the house. The house of the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, number 24, or 42. And there's more to connect these numbers. When we do the B scenario, this is the A scenario, you have 4 chips, and 4 chips is 8 chip. And 1 chip and 1 chip is a total of 10 chips. To use this numeric area here, you'll use 2 chips in the corner and 2 chips above. Is 2 and 2 is 4. 1 chip in the center is 5, and 1 chip over here is 6. 1 chip over here is 7. 10 and 7. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. We'll create these 2 scenarios. But there's going to be, this scenario is going to happen all the way over here also. This chip at this end counts for all 3 of these areas. 1 chip counts for 3. 1 chip counts for 2, 1 chip counts for 4, 1 chip counts for 1. All these are telling us stories. Electric company. Through the gateway on 17 to the heavens of 1 and 1. The pigs. 1 and 1, 66. They took Route 66. They turned it into Route Highway Interstate 80. All zeros equal 6. Can't have nothing going through the tunnel. What do you have the tunnel for? For something to go through. We're waiting on you, 6. Bring on the engine, the spirit, and keep on going. Add up 1 to 13. It equals to a total of, or 11 and 3 in pool. It's red, but 23 could be beta creation. But add this up. The 11 ball and the 3 ball are the red ball in pool. 146. There's plenty of games that I play with this. Sometimes I forget what they are. 73, again, is a numeric value that went along with our number 37. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't always remember what 46 is. Another thing I wanted to speak about is the 2, 3, 4 evaluation of everything. Did you bet 1 chip? Did you bet 2 chips? Did you bet 3 chips? Did you bet 4 chips? Did you bet 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Now the 5 is the in-between, which cuts everything in half. So I usually like to work the numbers either 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8 as to to vibration, 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 2. 1 is to the cycle, 6 and 4, 1.5 times. 1 of the cycle passage through Mars. And 3 and 7 is the creation of the gateway. If 3 is finished, if you say number 3 and you can say third, then when you reverse it the other way is 7 in the spirit. You can also say 7 with an RD and TH. Remember, they're specific. Either you're living in TH, time heaven. Remember that number 4 and where number 4 starts in time heaven, the 4 card or the 4 dice is located in other places. Look, number 4. Oh, look, number 4. That's right. 4 with 1 and 4 with 2. 2 shows me the half-life. 1 shows me that spirit. Right over here. Oh. 1 shows me that spirit. 4 couldn't come into the game without coming to 2 and 2. And without 1. So now we have that. Okay, we're going to end the video on this. What I have done is, this is the roulette board. Okay, betting only in the center over here will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 chips with the center and the side. A 1-for-1 exchange. Also seen Grover Cleveland on a flagpole from Sesame Street. Grover is a representation of the 22nd and the 24th president, counted twice, making us in the 45th. Coming on to the 46th, but it's not the 46th. We are repeating. We are going to do number 45 for real. Number 45, okay, is not number 46. It's number 45. We're in 44. So we're right on the threshold of 9 times 6, 9 times 5, 9 times 6, 45 and 54. And it's coming up in my next video if I can remember. And it's very special. Electric Company, Beta Creation in the house. We add up how many chips, it's 10. We add up how many possibilities to win. Forget about the multiplication yet. We've got Electric Company into 101, which is Route 66, the back road. Creates Interstate 80. The heavens and the gateway, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. Creates that house. This is also 98. It's the high house because what we can do with these numbers, as we learn further on and what can be done with numbers. Simple things a kid can do. A person can make a mistake upside down 6 or 8. Doesn't matter which side it's on. 68 is 34 and 86 is 43. Hot and cold water, blue and red come together because those are the numeric values for hot and cold. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 3 is 4. 74 is Jesus. 7 by 4, 28. The cycle of time. How many total chips? 9 areas, 12 areas in between, 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There's 12 of them at 17 to 1. 120, add 1 to 15. We land on Mars. We are the son of Mars. 270 in the red sun, and we are passing through the ace sun energy. 3 by 15 is 45, part of the Mars-Sun connection. ACE, first letter, third letter, fifth letter, Sun Electric Company. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 4 and 5. Or how about the 13 ball and the 5 ball and pull is orange, where the yellow and the red have come together. 13 and 5 equals to 18, Resident Angel. Electric Company, EC. Also, when you play the game of craps, they say any craps, AC, but they say C and E, time of Christ. 5781, it's been on my videos at the bottom. If you see some of the description, it says 5781, the time to cycle the river. Check how long I've been saying that tune since I got knocked out up here, switchboard, switch over. 28 chips are bet. To win the center, 28 chips. We have to bet the whole thing. 3 on the outside is 33 for the Christ. 32 is the beta creation into the house, the sun. 3 and 8, creation of the heavens. 9 and 8, the high heavens of the red sun through the foxhole of the sun. 28 total chips. When you play the 28 chips and you win in the center, you get to keep 3 chips, 4, 5 chips, 6, 7, 8, plus the 1 here and 1 here. You get to keep 1, 4, 4, 1. All 10 chips. Out of the 28 total that are bet on the board over here, every other chip is lost. There are 18 lost. The 1 spirit with the 8 void. But there are still 10 that are in limbo that you get to keep. So you always walk away with 138, 128, and 10. Take away 18. Take away 18, or if you want, sometimes I like to do equations, but this is your cycle of the moon. 28 and keep 10. That's your church. C and H in letters. 18 and 10 is your 28. All 10s equal to 16 equal to 7. 2 and 8 equals to 10. Equals again will equal into 7. We'll actually have 77, and that will tell me about my Christ energy. On the side, we will get the half-life of Mars spirit, again to electric company, where MJ comes into the picture. 16 and 13 is your 29 birth. All zeros equal 6 or 23. There's a connection with these numbers, and I have a design for it. Okay, I just designed it. It's right here. But this is only one piece. Why don't we build the whole piece of the puzzle together? We put it over here. We put an extension up here. We put one more down here. We put another block out here. Maybe we're going to start to build a building. 10 and 13 is what starts this. 8, 10, 11, 13. 26, 29, 28, 31. That's what the expression is on roulette. I'm not sure if I satisfied everybody's mind yet. That when the bottom one over here, what is 10 and 13? 6, 7, 8, and 5 is 13. Carry the 3. 3, 4, 3 and 1, again 13 and 5. We get the sun now. We've got the sun that came into this over here. Again, the cycle, 38, right? The cycle is at 28. Here, you can win 4 by 8, 32. But on this side, on the side, you can only win 2 by 8, 16, the half-life spirit. Here you get the beta creation direct to the sun, S-O-N, sun. So the total over here, 3, 4, and 5 is 9, and 1 is 10, and it's 10. 6, 7, 8, 13, 3, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, 10. It's 11. It becomes 23. Is that, did I do that right? Let me add that again. Is it? Hello, bring me back to life. Again, we get the red ball in pool. It's 113. I kept going 11. 1 and 1 is 2, 23. But it's the 11 and the 3 ball in pool, right? And 1 and 2 come together. So if 1 and 2 come together as the blue ball and the yellow ball in pool to create 3, wow. See how we created? We took yellow and blue and we created red. Now, I got to think about that. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Sorry it took so long, but there's so many numbers. Beirut and beyond.